Hey guys, so it's Judy. I mentioned in some of my parties today that I'm going to make some strawberry jam. Um, One of my new favorite things to have in my kitchen is the Deluxe cooking blender. And it comes with this great cookbook, and one of the things that I have in here that I'm going to make is strawberry jam. It gives you all the instructions and all the measurements, and it has actually lots of recipes like blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, low sugar, Concord grape, and guess what? The Concord grape, you just use grape juice and sugar, and pectin, applesauce, marmalade, and it's got all kinds of recipes for sauces and soups. And the cool thing is that like when you're making jams or jellies, a lot of times you have to cook it on the stovetop. Well, this is a cooking blender. So what it's going to do is cook for you. Now, one of the things I forgot to do before I started recording was actually plug it in, because I don't leave my appliances plugged in. So, and I had to unplug my light, so let me turn it back on. There it is. So I'm going to be following the full sugar recipe. I've tried the low sugar recipe a couple of times and not quite happy with those results. It's probably the operator and not the recipe. But basically, this recipe calls for 3 things. It calls for 1 pound of chopped strawberries, 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of pectin, and 3 cups of sugar for this recipe, which is a lot of sugar, but it's going to make several jars. So the first thing, now I'm going to turn this so that you can actually see the mixer, blender, and that's what my baby looks like. So it's done in 2 stages. The first stage mixes the strawberries This is a Pampered Chef bowl too, by the way. It's lightweight plastic, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and has a rubber bottom, so if you need to mix in it, it won't scoot around on you. It's not oven safe, and if you do use it to microwave, remember that it's going to be hot. So the first stage actually is just the strawberries and the pectin. So there's the strawberries and the pectin. And I'm going to move you a little closer so you can see this. Now, most of their appliances you have to turn on first. So there's a switch right here on the side. When I turn it on, this is going to pop on. Notice it says lid. This will not operate with the lid not in place. And so that's a safety precaution. So what we're going to do is there's an option when you look on here. Once I put the lid on, you'll see it. An option for smoothie, alternative milk. You can make your own cashew milk or almond milk. Grind things like you could grind coffee beans or whatever. Heated wash. This is what's cool is you add water and soap and it'll wash itself, and then all you have to do is rinse it, maybe hit some spots, and then let it dry. Heated soups, heated purees, jam, which is where we're going, and sauce. And you can also do an alternative one. So all you have to do, well, I got to put the lid on first or it won't let me do any choices. So the lid fits like this, and it's got these parts here, and this lid fits right over it. Boom. Once I do that, notice it stopped saying lid here, and now it says custom blend. All you do is dial this till it gets to where you want it to be. And you can do this custom so that it's your own thing once you get used to it. But right now I'm trying just to use their recipes. Okay, so it's set to jam. This means it's got to get up to 220 degrees before it's ready for the next step, which it would be to add all the sugar. So at this point, I'm going to start this, and because it's so loud, I'm going to end the video and I'll come back in 1 or 2 stages after this to show you what it looks like after that. So, here comes the noise. So there's the temperature, and what it's doing is it's going between chopping it up and mixing it and heating it up. So chop it up. Heat it up, and this temperature will continue to climb until it hits 220. When it hits 220, it's going to stop and it's going to beep and let me know it's time to add the sugar. So what I'm going to do is stop the video now, and I'll be back in a little bit with the rest of it. Bye.